In my last kitchen conversation, in the very first video that I posted here on the page for January 2024, I talked about content creator Larry Reid live bringing receipts against TD Jakes as it pertained to Mannaseh Jordan, the prophet, right? So a friend, Bessie, sent me the links to Manasseh's page, so I was able to look at some of the videos he's been posted, because since the beginning when he came out about people in the gospel industry grooming the young men, he never said any names. Larry Reid was the one that said he's talking about TD Jakes, and I know this for a fact because I have the evidence. So people told Larry he was going to get sued for slander and all this stuff. So that's why he brought that conversation that he had screenshotted. And I don't feel like he's at odds with Mannaseh. I just feel like Larry is just moving ahead of Mannaseh to show this stuff. But I really feel like he should slow down and wait for Mannaseh to put this stuff out on his own, because he is putting it out. At first he only inferred, and then in his most recent videos he said the name TD, but I paid close attention to how he said it. He didn't say it like what TD did to me. He just says people that groom like TD. So there's some room in there for somebody to go, well, did he do it to you? Right? And some people are really worked up because they want him to name names right away. I don't know who's texting me. They want him to name names right away. But you can't push people to do things quicker than they're emotionally able to do it. And as much as I feel like you should name names, if you're going to come out and say somebody hurt you, you shouldn't be vague about who hurt you. Right? Like the girl Cassie, when she said, did he hurt her? She said the name and she filed a lawsuit. She made a police report and all that stuff, right? It didn't have a chance to go to court to see if it could be disproved because Diddy settled. The guy Christian Keys, when he came out and he inferred or intimated that it could be Tyler Perry that did things to him, he still didn't say that it was Tyler Perry. So I'm not going to say that it's him. They need to name names. Imagine this. Imagine if you looking at me was hurt by a family member, right? And you came out and you started to say it publicly. You know, family member hurt me. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's somebody close, you know, and they did this to me. And you don't name no names. The rest of your family member looking in is going to go, well, is it him? Could it be him? Or is it her, right? Who did this? And it's not fair to the people that are getting side-eyed. If you are prepared to come out and say you've been hurt, I feel like you have to say who did it. If to make the other people who didn't do it not be subjected to being accused or to look at, you know, with the side eye or whatever, or to stop the person who did this to you so they don't do it to nobody else. So I feel like Mannaseh is moving swiftly with his videos to where he will say, yes, he did this and this is what he did. Because I feel, me personally feel like it's more than grooming. Mannaseh bought him a Bentley SUV and people are looking at that side eye. I don't, because I know that in that gospel industry, because we were in that type of church for like 8 years, that if you look up to somebody as your mentor, you want to give them great gifts. Because they condition you for that. Oh, gimme, right? So I don't look at that as no type of way. I feel like he had the money. He wanted to give his mentor a good gift and he did. And these mentors are there to take, man. They're there to take, and take. They don't care if you didn't pay your bill. They don't care that your lights are shut off. You know, if you sow a seed with one of these mega pastors and then your lights get shut off, they're going to say that you didn't budget well enough, that you probably didn't sow the correct amount of seed, that you probably robbed God. You never robbed them, you robbed God. Because if you made $500 gross and you pay off of the $350 net from your paycheck, then you've robbed them already, because you have to give that money off the gross, don't you know? And let's say you paid them off the gross. Let's say you made $500 and you gave them what, $50 is 10%, right? Let's say you give them the $50 and you still didn't get blessed and your light still got shut off. They said that's because you gave it without faith. It's always your fault. Why would you give to these people? I used to give my tithe. I believe in tithing, but I used to give my tithe to my mom. Child, Sometimes we would split it and give Joe's mom a little bit, but mostly it was my mom, because my mom did great things with the tithe. She would go home and she would have events for children that are less than, you know, they don't get a whole lot, they don't go to parties. I remember my mom would make invitations, written invitations that says, here ye, so and so from this household is invited to come to this party at the blah 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 place, and yada yada yada. And sometimes there's like 5 kids in that family, and you know, only one might fit the criteria because of the age range, right? Maybe some of the kids are older, they might be 15, 16, and this baby's only like 8, you know. And my mom wanted the younger kids, and the older brothers or sisters would take the kids to the party or bring the kids to the party. And my mom would say, you could come in too. She would do great things. And then the next time she would go back to Belize, so she would go twice a year, she would go back and she would have a party for the old folks, the people who are forgotten and shut in and locked away, and you know, their loved ones, bring them there in wheelchairs and they would sit down and be up. Oh my God, my mom did so many things with that money. And I think that is why I remain blessed. My mom was blessed too, because even when the cancer came in 2012, she lived 3 solid healthy years before it came back. And I feel like it came back because she was stressed out. She was stressed out about certain things going on in my dad's business that my dad didn't want to take care of, yada yada. And I think she let that stuff get to her, and that's the cancer was able to wake back up again, because she had stage 4 since the beginning. The medication and the surgery and stuff let it go dormant, but it ignited again. So I feel like that's why I'm blessed, because I gave her the tithe, right? And even though I'm not rolling in dough, you know, like I want to be, I'm blessed beyond measure. I have great health, thank you God. Yes, I could be a lot skinnier, and I'm working on that. You guys don't judge me. But you know, I don't have high cholesterol, high sugar, high blood pressure, and I don't take it for granted. Somebody got pissed off one time when I posted that Joe had turned 65 and he didn't have any high blood pressure, no high sugar, no. And somebody says, that's not nothing to boast about. Because I said, oh, I said he wasn't on any medication. That's not nothing to boast about, that he's not on any medication. Some of us are healthy because we take our medication. I'm like, oh, shut up. That is the one thing that I hate about social media. You can't even put something out there that you're proud of before somebody tries to knock you in your head with a mallet and say, oh my God, you're such a show off about it. Child, your good health is something to show off about, okay? So I'm blessed with that. I'm blessed with a great husband, great kids. This home, it needs to be paid off. That's why I want the money to pay off my home. But I love my home, and I like to stay in it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate Mannaseh coming out with the videos, and I hope that this helps him heal, and I hope that this stops whoever did this to him. Now, as a quick little side note, because I don't want these videos to be too long, because I want to do 2 a week, the story that I told about my mom not wanting us to pierce her ears, I sat and I thought about it some more last night. Like, why was mommy against this, right? And it had nothing to do with religion or anything like that. It just had everything to do with infection. She was so afraid of infection. She was a little bit of a germaphobe. And so I think she said she never wanted to do it when we were babies because it seemed too painful. So she was going to wait till we were like 5 or 6 where we could tell her ourselves, and then we just weren't interested. We meaning me and my sister. And then when we got to be teenagers and we were interested, then she wasn't having it. She's like, you're gonna go over there and get an infection, yada yada yada. You know, especially during the 80s when those alphabets, I don't want to say the alphabets, was running rampant, the virus was running rampant, and she's like, you don't know if those things are clean? Oh no, she barely wanted to go to the dentist. You know, because it's like, do they have that autoclave machine, you know? So I think it was that. And when I moved in with Joe, I moved in with Joe 1 month before our wedding. When I moved in with Joe the next night, after I moved in, the very next, I went and I pierced my ears. And guess who gave me all my earrings? Mommy. That is until you guys, my subscribers of the cooking show, started to send me earrings, and I do appreciate them and I love them. The only thing is there's very few earrings that I can wear that doesn't break me out. I can like wear this one day and then, well, not this one. This one's okay. But I can, most of my earrings I can only wear one day, and then I get like some crustiness in the hole and it hurts. And then I have to let it heal for a few days, then I can put in another pair. So somebody told me to go get some antibiotic type ointment or cream to rub on the stem or the post or the hook before I put it in my ears, and I'm gonna try that and let you guys know how that works. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching my little videos here on my demonetized page. I'm having fun putting out these videos because I feel like there's no pressure. You know, I don't have to like make a structure for the videos and make it be shocking and put a shocking title. I'm just putting out my videos. I see a lot of YouTubers do that. They just do random things, put it out, no structure, no thumbnail, and they get a bajillion views. That's gonna be me. All right. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing. Please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. Bye for now. Let's taste.